Uh, Guys, good evening. Hope you all well, guys. Okay. Yeah, today we're going to continue with the last class, with the previous class. Uh, previous class for Ichimoku trading strategy. So as we wait for others to join, uh, maybe I can check maybe today's market, maybe on a trend line. Yeah, because maybe on a trend line, I can check something on a trend line today. Maybe we can check GU. Yeah, I'm seeing G is moving very well with trend line. You can see G is moving like very well with trend line. Yeah, so this one, like this one is my analysis. This one is my analysis for GPPSD, for swing trade. Yeah, because guys, I told you guys that for me, I trade like a day trade. I trade on a day trade, and also I do like a swing trade on my other account. So on a swing trade, we have two options. Let's say you want to do like a swing trade. So you have two options. So you can do like trend line. So trend line is when you connect the higher lows. You can see on uptrend, you connect on higher lows. So this one is on uptrend market. Then we have Ichimoku. So Ichimoku is just when the market uh, breaks maybe the cloud, you can be looking maybe to buy or sell. So we have got two options. So for me, if I get a nice entry on Ichimoku, I usually enter. Mostly, if for example the trend line may confirm the entries, then I get a confirmation on Ichimoku, then that is two confirmation entries. So I usually enter that trade. So you can do whatever you want. Yeah. So you can decide to focus on trend line. So if you see, for example, Ichimoku is very hard for you, you can focus on trend line. So trend line also is very good. So I'm gonna be showing how as we wait for others to join, how I was able to draw. So first, I think in economy of I think I taught this trend line in the previous class, but yeah, maybe next week I'll review about it again, the class, yeah, trend line, because someone requested me like I do a recap of trend line. So I'm gonna be doing a recap of it probably next week, because uh, Ichimoku will be finishing today. So you can see right now, if I want to draw the trend line, I can just draw like this. And you can just connect these points. You can see, connect the points of higher lows. So you can see right now, we had here our first touch, then we had our second touch here, and then our third touch here. So our fourth touch again was here. So if I really want to hold this trade, if I really want to hold this trade maybe long term, if you want to trade this, if you want to trade maybe long term, to hold this trade like long term. So I'm gonna be waiting for this market to come again back to this region. Then I can buy like long term. That's how swing traders buy the market. That's how swing traders. Yeah, guys. Like in the market, we have got so many ways in which you can trade. So many like strategies, indicators which you can trade. I think the goal of being a trader is you need to focus on one thing. Yeah, for me, I've been trading with Bollinger Band. Bollinger Band imenipea losses this week like a lot. Imenipea losses. Yeah, this week ija perform like poor. But next week I don't know. Next week like the market is going to perform maybe at the peak. You see, because I gave you a certain example. I gave you a certain example of Ichimoku. Last month, like it was crazy. Then the first 2 weeks of this month, it was like performing like at the best. I was making like 8% per week. Another week I was making like another 8% per week. So you can see 2 weeks I was 2 weeks and already made like 16%. So guys, this is to show you guys that in forex market, like we have losses, we are winning, but for you to be a consistent profitable trader, you need to, for example, to do to pick on one strategy that you really understand, then uh, create your journal. You see, you might have your journal. So in your journal, you can write here maybe currencies. I can write your date. Then you can write your win or loss. So You're going to track that system. So don't just trade like randomly. Don't just trade randomly like for example you're like just randomly like when you can get maybe you trade today umeingia na loss, you don't review that trades, so make sure you at least you review your trades. Yeah, take time after trade, maybe made a loss or a profit, maybe like how can I improve maybe tomorrow, like like for example, did I make a mistake today, something of that sort. When you do that, you start improving by taking journaling your trades at the how the setup it has been today, something of that sort. So when you do that, you improve. So that is kind of like a journaling. That's kind of like a journaling. Kind of like a journaling. So last week pia imekuwa pia last week. So this one is this week. So last week it was been on a downtrend. Can see last week the market has been on a downtrend. Can see here. Let me draw it here. I don't know why it's not drawing or it's drawing right now. Can see. So this one ilikuwa for example this one, then this one ilikuja ika make another high here, then you had to move your trend line at this area. No. So when you move your trend line at that area, we had here our first touch, second touch, third touch. So these was ilikuwa entries, your entries. This one was one of your entries. See guys. Then we normally say that when the market breaks, pull back. So here, when the market broke here, then that was the end of the downtrend. You see, that was the end of the downtrend using the trend line, using the trend line. That was the end of the uptrend. Maybe you can check maybe another currency, USDJPY. Then we go to finish with that Ichimoku. We go USDJPY. Yeah, USDJPY. Let me check it. Yeah, right now you can see here. So if I want to trade maybe right now, so USDJPY may perform poor on a trend line. So for example, here we had first touch. See here, our first touch, second touch, then here third touch, then fourth touch, then hapa imetoka nje ya price. Unaona? So ikitoka nje ya price, what you do, you move your trend line again like this. Yeah. So the moment this market will come back to this area, then you're going to have a very strong sell. Like you're going to have a very long sell, like a swing trade. So pia unaweza swing trade vizuri sana in this area, in this region. You can have a swing trade. Yeah, you can have a swing trade in that region. You can see. Yeah, maybe you can check another market again. You can check maybe Audi card, USD card. That's how you analyze the market. Like it's very easy to analyze. Yeah, it's very easy to analyze, but psychology is the key, because you can understand how to analyze, but what if you get maybe losing street? What will you do? No. So kama you don't have knowledge, utapata ume make mistakes. See for example this one. See this one. So this one was my first touch. This one was my first touch. This one was my first touch. You can see this one. So if you really want to swing trade, you can do even with trend lines very well, or swing or because for example, if you see maybe Ichimoku is bit hard, you can focus on trend line. Also, it works very well, but you need like it has got a lot of time of waiting, because you can see for example this one. So this one is my first touch. I drew this one from here. my first touch and the second touch. So this one was my first touch here, first touch, second touch, third touch. So what I'm waiting at the moment, or maybe tomorrow, is I'm waiting for the third touch, for the fourth touch. See here? And here unapata market may take time. Market can take maybe 2 days, 1 day, or maybe it can or maybe the market can reach you on Friday. No, no. So are you patient to wait for the market mpaka Friday and trade? So that's in a different, yeah. Um swing trade and day trade. So if you don't have patience, then you can focus on day trade. So if you have patience to wait for the setup, waiting for the setup, waiting for the setup, you can wait for the setup to trade here. So I think pia umeona pia on umeona pia on GU pia. GU pia iko very far. Yeah. So sometimes unaweza kaa maybe 2 days hata uja trade. So but it's very hard. But it's very hard for beginners to stay for 2 days without trading. Like kuna kitu inakuashanga tu nakwambia tu like open to trade, open to trade. No, no. Just open a trade. Yeah, there's something nakwambianga tu. There's something inakwambianga tu like open a trade, open a trade. So I think you do like it's kind of like it's a must for you to trade every day. No, no, it's not a must to trade. For example, if you're a swing trader, you can like maybe unaweza kaa maybe like maybe 4 days that even you have never traded. 4 days never traded. But anapata someone like anataka like daily a trade. No, no. So daily like I must trade on a daily basis. But that doesn't apply in the swing trade. Yeah, maybe you can check the last market. You can check Euro JPY. Small guys is very easy to it's very easy to draw trend line. Yeah, I think this trend line the review. I'm gonna be reviewing this trend line next week. Yeah, next week I'm gonna be reviewing this trend line, a new class for trend line. Yeah, so if you want maybe to learn more about trend line, I'll review it next week. So if you want to check maybe, yeah, this market is a bit this market is not good because you can see guys, this market is not moving. It's just consolidating in one place. So avoid these markets. Avoid this market a lot. See this market? Avoid these markets. Yeah, this market, yeah, this market guys like is consolidating. But if I want to draw the trend line, I can draw the trend line. You can see here, touch one, which is here, and then touch two. Example, see? You just mark higher lows. So here I'm gonna be waiting for the market to touch again here, then buy. So sometimes inataka patience. No, no, patience. It needs a lot of patience to wait. So si kila mtu anaweza wait market. Yeah, hiyo patience ndio very important. Maybe tumalizie gold. This one is gold. Oh, gold. Let me check gold. XAU, IUSD. So easy in analysis, you can draw it on a daily basis. Then you wait. Draw, then you wait. You just draw, then you wait. So this one I can draw like this one. You can see? Toka tu mbali from this region. See? It's very repeatable. Very, very repeatable. It's very repeatable. You can see? Mm. Just imagine a market, maybe you had drawn something like this, no, no? You had drawn something like this. Then this market will go around this side. So it was on 18 Feb. So on 18 Feb, ikakuja kutouch 28 Feb. Unaona? Simona hii inaweza kaa hata 5 days. You can be out of the market for 5 days. Now, but if you get a setup, then you're going to make maybe like 200 to 300 pips. So your patience pia is very important because pia like yes. Nini ya? Oh, sasa ya gold, what you do, unaona kama for example, let's say for example here, let's say nataka tuingie hapa saizi, unaona this one, let's say this one is entry, to assume for example this one ni kama hammer, si ndio? So tunaweza enda maybe 15 minutes time frame, can go 15 minutes time frame, then I'm gonna be showing you. So on 15 minutes time frame, if kama this one is a 15 minutes time frame, always enter, just use one bar stop loss. I can just, yeah, naweza sema use one bar stop loss. Let's say for example this one ni trend line, si ndio? Then market may bounce, uh, for example like this, touch one, then touch two. So this one using on 15 minutes time frame, 15 minutes time frame. Then again the market went a Jew, for example, like this, then goes down again. Then here, so of course, to expect to buy hapa. So let's say, for example, hapa tuko na hammer on 15 minutes time frame. Let's say hapa kuna hammer like something of this sort. I don't know the draw aje hii ya hammer. To assume tu hii ni hammer. See, claim to understand hammer. To assume tu hii ni hammer. Ama hii ni candle. Let me extend it a bit. To assume hii ni hammer. Si ndio? Maybe market may close on the 15 minutes time frame on gold. So what you do is on gold, ukiweka stop loss kubwa sana, don't set a big stop loss on gold because like you see gold iko na big stop loss sana, like you'll end up losing a lot on your account. So what you do is just set one bar stop loss. So one bar stop loss. When I say one bar stop loss, I mean that just enter one candle. Stop loss yako iko one candle. Just one candle, one stop loss. Come up as, for example, this is a hammer. Just hit your stop loss here. Yeah, just hit your stop loss here. A sell. Yeah. Yeah, just one candle. Then target to make maybe like 15 candles or 10 candles up. Yeah, I think that is the best option because like kusema goal, like you are making, you are, maybe you are to make a stop loss from here to here. That's a lot. Guys, that's a lot. That's really a lot. Yeah. So if gold, just use one bar stop loss. Yeah, one candle stop loss. Come on, this one is an M pattern. So see, this one is an M pattern. So for me, come on, this one is an M pattern. You confirm that this are bearish engulfing. So my stop loss niweka exactly hapa juu. Niweka hapa exactly. Then entry niweka hapa. Then so I'm risking one candle to make maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To make maybe 10 candles plus. To make maybe 10 candles plus on the market. Yeah. So I'm risking 1%. I'm risking one candle to make, yeah. But sasa ukija usema tunaweka stop loss hapa. At this from here to here ni stop loss. Hakuna pesa utameka kwa forex. Hii ni kubwa sana. From here to here ni stop loss kwa gold. That's tricky. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Kwa gold, that's crazy sana. That's crazy kwa gold. Yeah. Hii ni kubwa sana. So just use one bar candle. Okay, guys. This one we're going to review next week. Next week we're going to cover this the trend line part of it. I'm gonna be reviewing this on a next week class. Okay, let's go back to our Ichimoku. Yeah. Let's go to Ichimoku and kumalizia leo the Ichimoku. So today we're going to finish the Ichimoku. So guys, so we said Ichimoku is a trend following indicator. Say that in a previous class that Ichimoku is a trend following indicator. So let me set it. Yeah. So you can see now I have the cloud and I have the baseline. You can see the baseline. I have the baseline and I have the lagging span here. Then we said when the market is below the cloud or when the price is below the cloud, we only focus on selling. Don't focus on buying. Focus on only like retracement. Unaweza add hapa trend line yako, you can add hapa maybe trend line just because unaona trend line work pia hapa vizuri sana. So unaona price iko below the cloud. So unaweza hide cloud ujue tu like go downtrend. Unaona vile trend line inafanya poa trend line. Hii ni today. So to me, you're going only to be taking only sell trade. Maybe you could be only taking this sell trade here. Reason because you're going to take only sell trade is because the price is below the cloud. So to me, you can combine trend line and Ichimoku at the same time. But then you can combine the trend line and Ichimoku at the same time. Yeah. So it's not a must. It's not a must that you trade maybe like for example like so now for example pia hapa ilikuwa entry. Sasa hizi unachukua hizo trades. Hizo ndo entries unachukua. Yeah, so long as tu imebounce kwa cloud. So this one was your first touch, then second touch. Then you had to draw it. Then you can touch the second, third touch, fourth touch. So hivyo. So because right now you can see the price is below the cloud. So I'm gonna be looking for sell only. So hapa hakuna buy. So to me, I am going with the trend of the market. So the trend of the market is on a sell trend, on a sell trend. So like so your trades zinakuanga like high probability. See? So your trades zako zinakuwa na highly probability trade. So that's why that's why that's why Ichimoku that's the importance of Ichimoku. It helps you to know the trend of the market. Kama hapa yote hapa. See here? So when here the price was above the cloud. For me, I was looking only to buy. Only buy, only buy, only buy. Yeah, only buy. So let's say you have maybe different strategies that you trade. So you can use different strategies. Unaweza tumia maybe the baseline. So long as the price is above the cloud, then the market iko above the cloud, then it bounce kwa lagging span. It bounce kwa baseline. Buy your trade. Kama hapa sasa. So unaona price iko above the cloud. So tumesema when the price above the cloud, we look for buying entry only. So kama hapa sasa hapa for example market iko buy. So so tunge consider hapa kubuy ikibounce kwa the baseline. Unaona hapa? Kalia hapo. Unaona hapa? This one will fail. So now this one will buy ikafail. So see this one? So upper the price here. So but actually you can choose to use maybe for example the baseline and the cloud only. But it can work very well also. It can work very well using the cloud and the baseline only. So goal number one, like rule number one is when the price is above the cloud. When the price is above the cloud, you only look for buying only. Don't focus on sell. So to me, you're going to be waiting for a pullback at the moving average or the baseline. Upper, see this one. So let's say, for example, here. So here you can see the market broke above the cloud. So kuna three ways unaweza trade, two ways unaweza trade. So one way unaweza trade, you can trade something called a breakout. So a breakout with the price break above the cloud here. So maybe unge consider hapo entry yako sema this one nime break cloud na iko above the baseline. Let me enter right now buy here. That one is a nice entry also. Then entry number two, entry number two is you can use the baseline, this one. So to mean when the price goes up above the cloud, then bounces off the baseline here, then that one also is an entry. It's kind of like an entry for you to enter. So hii pia unaweka tu one bar stop loss. You don't set like big stop loss. Tunaona kama sasa kwa gold. So so I think I think I can answer your question, Corin. For example, gold here. See, for example, you're trading maybe like Ichimoku or umekuwa trade. So, for example, if the market broke above the cloud here, not above the cloud, it break above the cloud, then it can bounce off to to a baseline. So it can be a baseline, it can be a moving average, 50, 200, it depends with which one you want to use. So si lazima utumie tena baseline, you can use maybe 50, but if you really want to confirm with all indicators of Ichimoku, maybe unatumia baseline. So kama hii, for example, this one. So this one, market imekuja imebounce kwa moving average or the baseline. So here, ningekuja niweke my stop loss wapi? Hapa. This low. Then my entry, for example, here. So that is a one bar stop loss. Then after hapo you target a lot. Target maybe most candlesticks. Same thing hapa tena again. So in this market came down and touched on the cloud, or not on the cloud, on the baseline, you could have taken this one as your entry candle. So imagine unaweka tu stop loss ya hii candle moja peke yake. See this hapo unaweka stop loss. Yeah, for me I don't like setting big stop loss because like I know that like risk to reward ratio is very important for forex. Unaona hapo entry yako umeweka wapi? Maybe around here. See? So to me, I will only set a one bar stop loss. Then nikuja ningoje tena again. Hapa ijaguza baseline, haijaguza baseline again. It has not touched the baseline. Then hapa you can see again it has touched the baseline. So to me, I'm gonna be taking buy only. I'm gonna be taking like buy trade only when it touches the baseline. Only. Nana. That one is also a strategy you can trade. So hapa ningengojea hapa. Oh, ikatouch tena. So you can see the entry here. So it has touched the baseline again. So you see, see guys, right now we are focusing on a buy. We are focusing on a buy market only. Yeah, because the price is above the cloud. So again here, this one also is an entry. This one is an entry. Then again, so I think this one ingekuwa affect because let's say for example this one ingeka stop loss yako maybe around here. Maybe this trade ingekuwa affected with this one. So but also ungechukua this one. See? Ingekuwa entry poa sana. Then again, this one also it was an entry. See? Imebounce kwa baseline. Then again, this one also is an entry. See? So this one was an entry again, but it failed. It failed. Because the trend now in reverse. We are going downtrend. Then when the market broke below the cloud, then tunangoja ni guys, we are waiting for the market to bounce to the baseline. You see here, tulikuwa na entry up again. Where's another entry up again? Then let's continue going down. No entry, see, no entry. Hapa tena imebreak. So hapa kuna entry again. Market hapa ili consolidate. Kwanza hapa market can consolidate for long until here. Yeah. See guys, so to mean you can use, for example, to mean unaweza combine tu hizo like, yeah, you can combine the one that you love. The one that you love. And you can see this one is 15 minutes time frame. So to mean you can trade even Ichimoku with a 15 minutes time frame. So it's not a matter to do swing trade. No. So here you can see yeah. So you can see here the price is above the cloud. So now about the price is above the cloud. So if the price is above the cloud, so what do you do? If the price is above the cloud, if for example you're trading this one, is to mean you're going to take only buy trade only when the market bounces off the baseline. See, this one. Hata ukipata only 3 trades a week yenye iko positive, uko sawa sana. Hata 2 trades a week yenye iko positive, like fiti sana. Hizo zingine zikulose like hata si lazima, it's not a must. So long as you get like 2 trades a week positive, the 3 trades you lose, hivyo, like still you are profitable. So this one ungechukua for example this one, positive trade, profitable trade, uh, profitable trade, this one and also this one. So to me, this week, hii week ulikuwa na trade start to positive, like zote, like hakuna loss will make. See? Yeah, I think guys I think you're getting. So to me, so rule number one tumesema, rule number one we have said is when the price is above the cloud, we only focus on buy only. So if you confuse, maybe you're trying to look for sales, something of that sort. So we only look for buys only. And so if you're looking to buy only, so let me add here maybe 50 ml. Yeah, unaweza add 50 ml. Kuna mtu anaweza sema, for me I don't want to use the lagging span, I want to use the 50 moving arm because the 50 moving arm pia is very powerful. So here see, so kuna mtu anaweza sema for example, for me I just want to use the 50 moving average, guys. See guys, see mnaweza set 50 moving average. See, I think all of us can set 50 moving average on the chart. 50 moving average because 50 na Ichimoku pia na combining inakuwa like perfect, very very good to trade. So but I remember back before, I used to trade like 50 peke yake, 50 ml peke yake. So ikibounce kwa 50 ml peke yake na trade, but nilikuwa na trade without the trend. But if you can combine, the cloud and the 50 ml, like it's powerful. It's powerful. But it is not that it's perfect, that you will never be, that you'll not be getting the maybe losing trade. You'll be getting losing trade. But it is a strategy. It is a strategy that you can rely as maybe your own strategy. It's a strategy that you can trade. So we have said, just to recap. Just to recap, we have said you can use the 50 moving average or you can use the baseline. It's kind of like the same. Kidogo, the difference ni kiasi sana. So we have checked the baseline. So let's say for example here, the market may break above the cloud. The market has broken above the cloud. So what you're going to be waiting is, and this one will take on a time you wait, this one you'll have to be patient to wait for the trade. Because you can just imagine from Monday we could trade back at Tuesday. See, one day no trading. So when the market broke above the cloud here, so for you are waiting for the market to bounce. So the first confirmation is the price above the cloud. The second confirmation for entries is when the market bounces off the 50 EMA. That's when you're going to enter. So here you can see the market broke above the cloud. Here, no entry, no entry, no entry, no entry. Then boom, bounces off the 50 EMA. Now that one is your entry buy. See? Now that one is your entry buy. So ungekuja hapo ingia buy. Then ikienda hadi Tuesday. Yeah, because I told you guys, like we normally have midweek reversal. We normally have midweek reversal Tuesday, Wednesday. Mostly Wednesday, Thursdays. Mostly Wednesdays. Kwa na midweek reversal. So expect midweek reversal Wednesday. Yeah. Wednesdays. But unaona hapa ilikuwa on Tuesday. So expect it. So where's the whole trade for long? No, you can't hold it for long because we have the midweek reversal during the week. So maybe hapo ungechukua this trade. Yes. This one is an M pattern. So hii ni kuonyesha, for me hata ningeona this one, ninge swing trade. Unaona hii, ninge swing trade hii trade. Because tuko midweek, hata ilikuwa saa ngapi? Ilikuwa inaelekea, yeah, it was on Tuesday. Wednesday. Ikipata very nice pattern on Tuesday, Wednesday, anaweza swing trade vizuri sana. So another confirmation pia, unaona kuna mtu hapa anaweza sema, oh, this one is an M pattern, but I can't enter right now. Maybe let me enter when the price breaks below the cloud. So unaona hiyo, it's another pia another confirmation ume add on your chart. So yeah, umepata maybe M pattern. Maka imefoma M pattern, but hauko sure. You're not sure about it. You want more confirmation. You can say this M pattern, I'm not gonna be entering this entry. I'm gonna be entering only when it breaks below the cloud. Aya, kuna mwingine anasema mimi niko sure na hii. Me, I'm sure with it. Let me enter right now here. Buy instantly. Sell. Kwa sawa. Then kuna somebody anataka more confirmation. Anataka more confirmation. See? So people are different. Haya, mwingine anasema for me like so hii tumemalizana na hiyo. So let's go to the cloud here. So same thing guys, tumesema market to break above the cloud. When the market breaks above the cloud, don't enter any trade. Wait for confirmation when the market bounces off the 50 EMA. Yeah, think imesink. So here again, when the market broke below the cloud. So hapa kuna mtu angeingia breakout. Kuna hii breakout mtu angeingia hapa. Yeah. So unaweza ingia breakout. So breakout ni mtu breakout na unaweza hold. See hapa, unaweza hold it trade yote like But ina try kuonyesha like I'm trying to show you like many ways to kill the rat so that you can backtest on your own during the weekend. Then you see which one makes sense for you. See? Yeah, all of it na make though. If you stick for above the cloud, it will make money. If you stick with the bounce of the 50, it will make money. So the goal is consistency. Yeah, I think even like it's very hard for people is consistency. Napata mtu maybe amepata this trade, imebounce kwa cloud, imebounce above the cloud, then akasema sasa now this one is a sure trade. I'm gonna be risking high because market imebounce kwa moving average. This one is a sure trade. There's no sure trade in forex. There's no sure trade in forex. Yeah, no sure trade. We are just dealing with probabilities. Yeah, we are just dealing with probabilities. So napata mtu hapa risk high. Amesema hii ni sure. Alafu ikireverse iende negative, iende hit stop loss yake, umepata lose a lot. Yeah, somebody then you feel discouraged, you move to another strategy. Maybe say for me this one I'm not trading this one. I'm not trading this one, this Chimoku. Let me go to Bollinger Band. When you're going to Bollinger Band, ukienda Bollinger Band, the next week sasa unajambia next week I'm gonna be trading another strategy. Then next week unaona market ime break below the cloud. Imebounce kwa cloud, imebounce kwa moving average. Now could trade. You are not there to trade because we move to another system. Unaenda kwa Ichimoku. So ukamiss hii entry, ukamiss this entry and this entry. Then again unajemera next week I'm going back to Ichimoku again. So that cycle going back. Unapata umekaa 2 years hata you don't have a strategy. Umekaa 2 years you don't have a strategy. Like your goal is just to move from one system to another, from one system to another. Yeah, because guys, to stick in one system, like it's not easy. Yeah, actually, it's not easy. That's why unapatanga like not so many people are able to do it consistently. Because to stick in one system, it's very hard. Like it needs a lot of resilience, like persistence. Not persistence. Like like what I can say about like if somebody can use it right now, like what can make someone to be a consistent profitable trader? For me, as I say, it is not a strategy. It is persistent. Like persistent, you persistent like following one system. Like sometimes unapigwa na trade one day, kesho tena una lose trade. The third day, like it's very hard for a beginner to trade. Like it's very hard to trade. The same strategy is very hard. Lakini for me nishai trade like nishaipata like 5 losing trade in a row. Yeah. Nishaipata 5 losing trade in a row. Actually ilikuwa March last month. Last month I got 5 losing trade. Monday to Friday losing. but monthly, but by the end of the month nilikuwa profitable. By the end of the month nilikuwa profitable. Unaona? Nilikuwa profitable by the end of the month. But sasa like unaona kufuata, but unapata hiyo wiki ilikuwa noma, but the third week ya mwisho, the last week, it was like profitable trade. Nilikuwa naingia trade napata tu win, naingia tena napata tu win. So let's imagine kama ningepata hizo losing zote hiyo the first weeks, nijiambie let me change to another system, let me change to another, this system is losing. So nikichange hivi na miss your winnings za next week, I'm gonna be missing the wins for next week. So it's about sticking to one system, sticking to one system. So tukimalizia guys, as we finish, tumesema see this one. So here the market broke below the cloud. So tumesema when the market breaks below the cloud, we can be looking to enter when the market bounces off the 50 EMA. So that one is your entry. So you cannot enter if kama market ijakuja around that area. You cannot enter trade. So ungekuja upate first entry then second entry. Then today you didn't have an entry. Or in entry ya leo. So kesho again, wait again market bounce off the 50 EMA. Then you can enter trade. Yeah, so that's what you can use. So tukimalizia we can check maybe crossover. Can check. Yeah. Let me remove the 50. Tukimalizia we set crossover. So crossover is when the conversion line crosses above or below the baseline. Yeah, iko hivi sasa. Unaona guys? Unaona, so this one is called a crossover. It's called a crossover. So this crossover, unaona? So this the blue line is called conversion line. Then the brown line here is called the baseline. So market is crossover here. See where we have a crossover? The baseline is crossing above the baseline. So to mean each crossover, it will only guide you. So this crossover, it is not for you to enter. It's not here. It's not an entry signal. Hii crossover inakusaidia kujua when to exit the market so that you can hold trade for a long time. So let's say you got an entry maybe up around kwa breakout. So long as the baseline so long as the baseline and a baseline and a conversion line, it does not cross each other, just hold that trade. Hold it. Hold it. Don't exit. So upper market ilikuwa to buy, no exit. So this one I will set TP. You just follow the baseline and the conversion line. You just hold it. Hapa sasa ika-intertwine. So iki-intertwine si ati imemaanisha ime crossover. Iki-intertwine inamaanisha to like price. Crossover inamaanisha like cross na like it cross above then iache ka space here. Now that one is a confirmation that every trend may change. But here no change of trend. You know, just the baseline and conversion line may intertwine only. It does not cross each other. So hapa hapa ija cross each other but ime intertwine, like imeshikana, haina space. So mi hapa ningekuwa relaxed tu nivumilie. So the place where ninge exit this trade, where I could exit this trade is here. See here? This region don't exit hapa. Let me mark it maybe with a different arrow. Maybe hapa. See there? So unaona profit ya hapa mpaka hapa. So unapata for example maybe hapa ungeshtuka utoke. Wewe ungesema bei imeanza kusell ukatoka. Ukatoka with less profits. Then here when we head a crossover here, then again tukaanza kusema tena again, let's wait again to end up kwa breakout. Tuingia hapa breakout. So it said we are not going to close this trade again. See? Kwa close wapi? Hapa. We closed our trade here. So either unasikia mtu anakuambia like, where can I set my TP? This one we are not setting a TP. This one is a trend following indicator. It is a trend following indicator. It is a trend following indicator. Yeah, kuna time market ina behave vibaya on a consolidation market. Kama hapa market ina consolidate. Maybe I can check maybe I can check GPPSD. Tuangalie higher time frame. Yeah. So someone amealingia this trade hapa. So this trade I can say right now, this trade right now mtu amealingia this hapa anafaa kuexit hapa. Because right now kuna crossover. I think now inaonekana. Now it's a crossover. So now it's now ime crossover. So to me, so when it crossovers on a higher time frame, to me from kuanzia kesho, G itasell sana. From tomorrow G is going to sell. Yeah, because of this crossover. No. So maybe it's going to cross over, maybe to break again a cloud below the cloud again. So that's what you're going to consider. So kama hapa sasa hapa we were holding buy. Hapa ija crossover, hapa ime intertwine. Then hapa, that's when we are going to close our trade here. Nimeona hapa ime crossover kiasi. No. That's how you trade. That's how you trade the yeah, right now here. So kuna someone hapa ameingia na hii crossover. Tu hapa ameingia hapa amejiambia hapa acha niweke hapa stop loss yangu hapa juu. Let me set my entry here because ime crossover. Yako sawa, ikienda positive ata make a lot of profit. Yeah. But I think for the best way which I can tell you guys is you can focus on the cloud, focus on the cloud and 50 MA or 50 MA or baseline. Don't use crossover. Crossover tumia to go exit trade. Just use exit trade. Yeah, this one. Yeah, crossover itakuchanganya sana. Yeah, unaweza tumia zote maybe ku exit. But kama unataka kabisa like kutrade vizuri, tumia for example 50 na cloud. Yeah, kanya 50 na cloud. Hivyo sasa hivi. Unaona? So kuna mtu hapa amesema, "Oh, imebounce kwa cloud. Let me confirm with the bullish candles. Abai tena hapa." Are not wa Asia. Though this market is not active during the Asian market. Yeah, this is what it is, guys. So mwingine anasema acha imebounce kwa cloud, but I think for the best way unaweza tumia tu bounce to the 50 MA. So long as it's above the cloud, buy. Yeah. Is there maybe any question, guys? Before I give you time, maybe to backtest on your own. So, guys, this thing you need to backtest on your own so that you can get to learn more. No. So, like, it's good ya kufunza tu hapa once. You need to go and review it on your own. Backtest it on your own, backtest it on your own. That's how utapata confidence. But sasa nikwambia tu like so right now if I tell you like oh, this system it is working. If you have not tested, naona like you out believe. So go and test it, backtest it, take records on your backtest. Take records. And start from January. Yeah, see how you're going to perform as let's say, oh, maybe say, oh, ningeingia hapa, oh, ningetoka hapa, oh, ningeingia hapa. I could have entered here. Oh, for example, like that. That is backtesting, like reviewing it on backward. Backtesting it. Then utapata you'll get the right confidence to enter. Because I'm going for the confidence. For me, if someone gives me a strategy, siwezi kimbia kutrade instant like that. Huwa naangalianga, huwa I test first then I trade. Yeah. Yeah, tukimalizia maybe Daniel anasema we check New Zealand USD. So let me check New Zealand dollar. New Zealand USD. Yeah, New Zealand USD imekuwa ikibuy. It has been buying. It has been buying a lot. See this one alikuja ikafoma hapa W. Hmm. So kama ungepata entry point on this area, kwa poa sana. See a W pattern here. So this one, I can say for New Zealand dollar, it's an uptrend market. So what you can do is, you can wait for the market. Unaweza ngoja wait for this market bounce kwa 50 MA. Then buy again on a lower time frame. So bounce kwa 50 MA, then go to 15 minutes time frame to look for a tight stop loss on a lower time frame. Yeah, so that you cannot set a big stop loss. Then buy again. So Daniel, it's still an uptrend market. Yeah. Last question. Can we talk on a question before to call it a day? Okay, guys. Okay. So what you can do, guys, is so for those who want to backtest, make sure you're not doing trading view. Trading view though, like the best to backtest all these indicators. Yeah, just go on Chrome, on Google, registered. Trading view is free. Ni email too. They will only ask you for email only. Hawatakwambia like upload documents. No. Just email. And it's just like 2 minutes uko logged in already kwa TradingView. So TradingView is just like free. It's a free chat ya kutrade. Yeah, so if you don't have, just go to Chrome. You go to Chrome, then type TradingView, and then uta log in email. Then that is it. Utapata something of this sort. Yeah. So guys, I think guys I think today you have gotten something. You've gotten something. Every day when you get something, utapata una improve every day. Every day when you get something, you improve. Like utapata by the end of 3 months, you have scaled your game of Forex itakuwa on the up game. Okay, guys. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow. Same time.